So, good morning. I'm in a good mood, and that's for a number of reasons. First of all, it's Friday. My birthday's coming up, going on holiday soon. Just had a nice run. I've got a new fragrance coming in the post, hoping to get an update on another one as well today. And most importantly, I'm going to make my own fragrance again. If anyone saw my last video, it didn't really go to plan. I did a sort of cacao powder, coffee, and something else I put in it as well, but it just did not work. Vanilla, that's what I put in it. And it got so gritty from the powder, it dried out the atomiser, it didn't spray. So we're going to do something a little bit different today. We're going to do a fragrance called Fruity. Essentially, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use it in a splash bottle this time, which I've got over there. Essentially, we're going to have a peppermint tea bag, and then I'm going to put an orange in it, mix it all up, and then I'm going to wear it today on my walk to the gym during my workout, just see how long it lasts and my overall thoughts on it. And also I might put a bit of my apple in it as well, just to give it that little bit of more fruitiness as well. But yeah, that's what I want to do today. I also want to review one of my other fragrances I've not reviewed before. It's a clone fragrance, which I wore yesterday, and it was very, very popular around the house. So yeah, I want to talk a little bit about that one today and give my overall thoughts on it, and then talk about the fragrance that's coming, hopefully tomorrow. So yeah, anyway, let's get mixing this up and get on with the day. I'm going to be very careful not to burn my hand with this, but what I'm going to do, thankfully it's got a tag on it, I'm just going to get it wet, the tea bag. So I'm not going to put it in hot, obviously, otherwise it might damage the plastic bottle. So I'm just going to do that. So the tea bag's now wet. I'm just going to run it under a cold tap for a couple of seconds, cool it down, like so. And then we'll start to put it in this bottle. So I'm just going to literally squeeze the tea bag into it like this. There we are. Now I'm not going to put too much in it this time, because last time it was just so watery, and I'm hoping the juice from the orange, the tea bag's split. Look at that. Right, let's wash that off. Squeeze a bit of apple in there. Bit of apple juice. Don't find apples very juicy though. They don't. I like the crunchy apples anyway. So I don't know if that's going to really smell in this. I do have some flavoured spiced apple tea, which would probably go well in this, but there's enough juice in there for now. Let's open up my little orange. That's what I was thinking would be best. And I'm just going to put a segment in there. Right, so we're going to put that one segment in. Just put my finger in, squeeze it down. Let's do it over the sink. Squeeze it in. Like so. Right. There we are. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to let that sit for a little bit. I'm going to eat my fruit, have my tea, and then apply it before I head to the gym. Not going to lie, I absolutely love fruit. I've eaten more fruit this morning than my brother has in over 30 years. Honestly, that's no joke. He never eats fruit. I don't think he's ever had a piece of fruit since 1995, probably. And I'm not even joking. And this is my second orange already, so. My favourite oranges. So I've let the fragrance sit for about 10 minutes. So it's very sort of orangey. It looks a little bit like dehydrated urine. But anyway, I put a bit on the tissue. Okay, now this had shampoo in it before, Head and Shoulders. I think I'm getting a vague hint of that. I put a bit here on the skin. Just give that a little rub it in there. So that's going to be sticky, isn't it? Yes. Bit on my neck. It just smells a little bit like the Head and Shoulders that was in it, with a very, very faint hint of mint. I'm not getting the orange at the moment, but what we'll do, we'll let it dry down. Keep this in my pocket today. Take this with me. and yeah, just see how it performs as I walk to the gym and as I work out. Don't think I'm going to get any compliments though, but we'll see. Okay, so it's been about half an hour since I've had this fragrance on, so how does fruity smell? It's so faint. Again, where it's sort of water-based, and obviously I've got kind of a bit of juice, I can smell a bit of the orange now. Very, very faint. I mean, like, if I had to give it a score out of 10, it's 1 out of 10 for performance and longevity, but it's interesting how things like juices survive on your skin a lot more than like the tea, the wateriness from the sort of mint. And obviously you need proper oils if you're going to have a fragrance last as well, and it's there, but that's not getting any compliments today, that's for sure. But it's certainly better than the chocolate one I did. Chocolate one I did smelt stronger and better, but obviously it clogged the thing up. But yeah, if anyone's got any ideas of how I could sort of make a fragrance, you know, just with home products, give me some ideas. That'd be great, because I'd like to try and make a few more. So this is a bit of an experiment at the moment. But yeah, maybe I'll actually use a sort of alcohol-based, you know, sort of fragrance and see if I can make something. I'd love to make a boozy vanilla. That would be my dream scent. And again, if anyone knows any on the market, let me know, because I will buy it. But yeah, we'll find out. I'll tell you a little story about why there might be another fragrance coming soon. Right, so an hour has gone by. I've got very stained tissue. You probably won't be able to tell that, but it is quite orange. How does that smell? No, see, it's lost its strength on there. There's no mint smell at all now. Maybe the faintest bit of orange, but it's very, very faint. So, yeah, it's certainly not lasted, this one. But again, as we were saying, you're not going to if it's not oil-based anyway. So, you would have just seen screenshots. So the screenshot, essentially, I contacted M&S because they have a phrase called deep mimosa, but I think they've changed it to call it airport arrival. And it doesn't say, it says airport arrival deep mimosa, so I've asked them to check whether that is the same scent as the one I had before, because deep mimosa was a lovely fragrance, and I'm going to make it a promise. If it is, I'm going to buy it. So yeah, that's the story. I'm hoping to hear back today. Fingers crossed I'll get the answer I want. There we go, gym workout done, just heading into town now to buy some eggs for dinner tonight. So yeah, I reapplied the fragrance just as I left, and honestly the heat has just killed it. It doesn't last at all. So I've done 2 homemade fragrances, neither have worked, but we will get there. We will definitely get one at some point. Yeah, so the other fragrance I've actually bought, so the one that is actually coming tomorrow, is one called Chocolate Nuts, which I've mentioned recently. £5 Arabic fragrance from Al Rahab. And I think they're Milka bars. I don't know if anyone's ever had Milka bar. It's basically like, from memory again, I've had it about 4 years ago now. It's like a sort of milk chocolate, but like a powdery sort of smell as well. So it's really nice. I think that comes from the musk, obviously. So yeah, really looking forward to getting that one and doing a proper review on that when it arrives as well. And yeah, in terms of sort of what I've got planned for the rest of the week, or the next couple of days, I'll definitely do another ChatGPT fragrance video. I haven't thought of that one yet, but hopefully you've been enjoying those ones, and hopefully then on Sunday we'll do another review of whatever comes out on top. So yeah, hope you're enjoying these ones anyway. We're still 2 subscribers away from 50, and then we can do a live chat about fragrances as well. So hopefully you'll join me for that one. Okay, so I've just got back from the gym. I have to say, I still don't smell of anything, so I'm going to look forward to chucking this away in a minute because it's very sticky. But yeah, fruity hasn't worked, as I said, but that's fine because I can put on a different fragrance. The one I was mentioning is this one. I think it's pronounced Divine 391. I believe this is a Spanish clone company, but this is a clone of Nasomatto Pardon, and it's essentially like a really dark, bitter chocolate. This isn't like those sweet chocolate fragrances, which I'm more used to. And to be honest with you, I get a bit of an Encre Noir vibe from it. It almost reminds me a bit of a, yeah, it smells like, I don't know, a library sort of smell, but it's not. It's definitely got this really strong dark chocolate. Essentially, that's really what you notice, but it's almost like baking chocolate rather than something you'd eat, you know, just raw. Yeah, it's really, really strong. But essentially what I'm going to do over the next, tomorrow, so I've had an idea, I'm going to actually review a few of my clone fragrances from this fragrance house at Devane, just to really see if I, chat GPT, and I advise or recommend that you buy fragrances from them, because I've actually got 4 from this clone house, essentially. So I've got one there which is 770, I believe that's a clone of Acqua di Parma Sakura. This one's a clone of Baccarat Rouge, and this one here is a clone of Nasomatto Pardon. So yes, some quite expensive sort of fragrances there, and I just kind of want to give my thoughts on them really as well, and we'll just pick the best one, and then we'll do a full review of it on Sunday and compare how it smells to the original, because I know what the original smells to all of these. So this is a fitness fragrance channel, of course, and that means I've got to make sure I've added some sort of fitness within this quick review I'm going to do of the clone of Nasomatto Pardon. So yeah, Devane 391. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and talk about this for as long as I can hold a wall squat, and just try and sell it and tell you all about it. Hopefully I'll be able to do at least 2 minutes, but I'm not sure. I've done a lot of exercise. I've done 35,000 steps. So are we ready? That's already uncomfortable. So yes, this is Devane 391. This is essentially a bitter chocolate fragrance. I'm going to put it on. Now, so far when I've had this, the performance has been great. I wore it yesterday. My mum mentioned it straight away. And I also got my brother and my dad to look at some fragrances that I have that all have a chocolate note in. That included Cuba Prestige. That included Maison Tahiti Cacao Squared. This is becoming very uncomfortable. And my Tom Ford Black Orchid clone, Oud 24 Hours by Latifa. No, Ardell Zaffiran. I'm struggling, you see. This is really, really uncomfortable. Anyway, this one was the one that came out on top. It lasted, and I could still smell it on my clothes after about 7-8 hours, and I wasn't reaching for it at all, so performance is excellent. I believe Pardon is a unisex fragrance, but I think this leans more masculine. This chocolate's very bitter, and it's almost got this sort of it's not smoky. I can't. It almost feels like a leather sort of accord in the background to me, but it's very nice. It's very. I don't think it's mass pleasing. It's certainly more of a winter scent. This is so painful. Try and do 10 more seconds. But I think I got this for around £18. I think you get it for around £18 for 100ml. Certainly recommend trying this. I don't think this is safe to blind buy if you were trying to get the original. Performs really well. Seems to be very popular. Certainly suited to the winter months. Definitely not a workout scent. Definitely not a scent what you want to do when you're squatting like this. Right, that's enough. We'll get more of a review of these tomorrow and the other clone fragrances, because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to review the Devane house. Before I finish today, I've got some good news. Look at the screenshot. As you would have just seen, Marks & Spencer's have got back to me on Twitter, or X as it's now called, and they have said to me, yes, the scent the fragrance airport arrival does have the same scent as Deep Mimosa, which was my favourite of those sort of fragrance discovery boxes that they did. So I'm going to order that one and collect it hopefully at some point next week as well, because I think it's an absolutely brilliant fragrance. I want to do a proper review of that. I know I've touched on it on this channel before. It certainly will smell a lot better than fruit tea. And where you are at the minute, you're in the bath, where you're kind of in the shower bath thing, and all I'm going to do, I'm going to empty it into the bath because I don't want it anymore. So yes, there are hopefully two new fragrances coming. Tomorrow I'm going to do my review of Devane. Hopefully you'll be there to watch them as well. I'll do a full review of the winner on Sunday. But thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one today. I'm going to go out for a little walk now. I smell very much of bitter chocolate. I'm not complaining about that. Thanks again. Catch you later.